Hi, welcome back everybody. It's Northwegian Lockpicker here. I'm going to do a shout out on this video for Shout Out Monday. The Lockpick Sociologist. He's got 25 subscribers. He's working on a medical progressively pinned lock. So he's been working his way up through that. Watched a few of his videos and he's doing really good. He's been uploading videos for about a week. It looks like he's been picking for years. So if you get a chance, check him out. He's got some pretty good videos, a lot of good locks, and pretty talented picker. I'll put a link to his site in the description on here. And for this video, I'm going to do this lock that I just picked up at the local hardware store. It's a TrueGuard maximum security. Looks like it's been laying on the shelf for quite some time. I started reading through it. And looks like a pretty close to exact copy of this Ace lock, which is probably the exact copy of a American lock. I think it was Monkey Fingers just pointed that out in the comment. So when I was picking this thing up, I was flipping it around and reading the package and dropped it, and it kind of exploded open. And here's the lock. So this one actually claims that it has 6 security pins in it, so that's pretty exciting. They're taking advantage of having all 6 pins in use in there. So if I compare it to this Ace lock, it's pretty much the exact same size. Shackles the same. Even the writing on the shackles almost identical. The only difference is the way it's been chamfered on the outside edge. The milling on it is slightly different, but otherwise the components and sizes look pretty much the same. One says hardened, one says Taiwan. But let's see what this bad boy is made out of. Okay, find some room here. Now I still have my vise set up from doing that Ace lock, so it should work out pretty good for the camera angle. I have not even stuck a pick in this one or attempted to open it at all, so this one is straight out of the package. I'm going to take the same approach as I did with that Ace. I'm going to start with my Sparrows Tron and the Sparrows 50 thousandths heavy pry bar. The angle sits a little different on this one, the keyway. I wonder the way the retaining lug here is shaped. The other lock sat with the core at an angle over here. This one's a little different, so let's see what we've got in there. Let's see how far back those 6 pins are. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. It's a little tighter keyway on this one. Okay, start off with light tension. I think that's pin 1. Give it a little push there. Oh, that was a nice click. Solid. Adjust and give you guys a little better angle here. Okay, start at the back and feeling for the binder. Might be pin 6 back there. Little pushback on the core. Doesn't want to roll over. Put back on the tension a little bit. See if I can get it to give way. There it went. Lost my false set. Maybe overset it. I think so. Everything feels bound up. I'm going to release, start over. This one just might be a tricky pick. Might even whip me. Okay, I think I'm on pin 4, I think. Big click. Pin 1. There we go. A little turn on the core. Okay, let's see. Little click out of 2. Felt like it might have been a serration. Pin 3 is bound up. Those things are seized up tight. Come way back on the core. Drop my false set again. Pin 1, 2 little clicks. Probably pin 4 could drop back down again. See if I can get that to set again without oversetting it. Or dropping something else. This kind of starting to feel like a whack-a-mole lock. Every time I set one of those security pins, it's dropping the other pins. So I got a little click out of 2 and a little more movement. See if I can find the spool that I'm sitting on here. 6 feels solid. 5 feels solid. 4 feels solid. Here I'm getting a little pushback off at 3. See how many pins I drop here when I set this one again. Dropped 1. Feel 1's a spool. It's pushing hard back again too. Doesn't want to set. There we go. 2, 4. Back on the movement on the core again. A little bit of a false set. It's not very deep though, so I'm probably still sitting on just 1 spool somewhere in here. I'm gonna have to switch to this medium or short Sparrows hook. A little deeper push on it to make sure I'm not pushing on other pins. Let's see here. 1, nothing. 2, nothing. 3, nothing. 4. I think 4 dropped again. There we go. Got it. Awesome. That was challenging. I like the deep spools and whack-a-mole trick. Every time you set 1, you drop 2. Would imagine that if you get the right binding order down and pick the pins in a specific order, you could probably pick through it pretty quick. But all right, let's see here. Here's the bidding on that key. It's not too bad. Let's see what the numbers say on there. 19286. I'm guessing that's a code. It doesn't seem to correlate with the pins. And it's a number short for 6 pins. So, alright, I'm going to back this up so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Alright, pretty much identical to that ace lock. It's got the Phillips screw in the bottom here. I did find the C-clip that I shot across the room on that ace lock for those of you that watched my last video. It was pretty fun. Took me a while to find it too. Hopefully I can get this one apart and gutted without having the same issue. Alright. Some ugly brown grease in there, and they packed it pretty good. Okay. Yeah, the core is locked on the opposite side. I think most of the ace lock that I had and most of the American locks that I've seen, they put the core on the right hand side. That's the difference in the angle. But that grease is sure packed in there tight. I can feel it just gumming the core in there. Okay. And this lock is bypassable. It does not have the bypass plate on the back. Alright. Let's see here. I'm going to grab a paper towel handy, but I got a Kleenex. I'm going to wipe some of this nasty grease off. Alright. Let's see if we can get this C-clip off successfully without flinging it across the room again. Now the last one, I kept spinning it and it finally hooked up on there. And then I was able to pry it off like this. I'm going to do this in a downward motion this time, so hopefully I don't fling it. Yeah, look at there. Success. Looks pretty close to identical to the same core. This follower should work on this one too. Key works real nice. Now I did take a minute to find some thinner plastic because I haven't ordered any actual lock shims yet. So out of some packaging that I found some real nice thin plastic, and that should bridge the gap here. Hopefully it doesn't get too thick in there and lock me up. But it should serve the same purpose as a regular shim at this point. Beautiful. All right. Look there. It's got a steel pin in pin 1. And it is at least serrated. Looks like most of those pins are serrated. Not sure if this is going to dump out very well with all that grease in there, but we'll give it a shot. Zoom back out. Pin 1, steel serrated. Oh, starting to come. Pin 2. Looks like a standard key pin. Pin 3 is a standard. Pin 4 looks like it's got a little serration on it. Get it to the light here. Like 2 little serrated rings. Okay, here's pin 6. Standard. Oh, that was pin 5. Somehow I dropped pin 5 and left pin 6. I might actually use some of my Hornady gun cleaner here, or CLP, and clean some of this nasty grease off of here. Okay, we've got in the core. Pretty heavy spring on there, it's pushing right out. And we got a steel pin in one, looks like a standard pin. Shot it through. That's the one downfall to having a hollow follower. I guess if you realize what you're doing, it's not so bad, but it's hollow, so when you shoot a pin out, it's going to slide all the way down and fall out the backside, which is okay if you're prepared for it, but when you're not, that's kind of fun because it could go dropping down on, rattle through your table or bench or whatever you're working on. But otherwise it works okay just to tip it up and drop it down. Okay, so pin 2, sorry guys, I got off track there. Pin 1 is a steel, pin 2 is a brass spool, pin 3 is a brass spool. Let's see if I can reach pin 4 here without shooting it across the room. Looks like another spool. I dropped it out the backside. Pin 4. Okay. Push this follower through here carefully without tearing up my springs. And there's my handy dandy little shim. Okay, pin 6 is another spool. And pin 5 is another spool. And that's why I was playing whack-a-mole. This thing's just loaded up solid with spools. And I'm just gonna dump the springs. It looks to me like, see if I can find a light here so I can see in there. Come on, focus, focus, focus. You can do it. Come on. There you go. Oh, okay. Looks like they're all just brass springs. Nothing too fancy in the core. Let's dump those out. I think these are a little longer than what was in that ace lock too. They're a little stronger springs. Alright. Give you guys a close-up look here without knocking all my stuff over here, being klutz. There's some nice looking little pins. I would say this lock is definitely a good lock. I think it was harder to pick than this American Ace. So this one was harder to pick than this one. I kind of like the pinning on this one better. They're really nice pins, good combination of serrated and spools, but spools are a lot of fun to pick. And we got some serrations on the key pins and stuff too. Definitely recommend both locks. I might have to actually pick up get the American version and the Ace version so I can compare all 4 of them side by side and see what the difference is in their pins. But True Guard, picked it up at Coast true value. Like I said, it looked like it had been on the shelf for a while. It's $21.99, but beautiful lock. It's got a good feel and fun to pick. If you come across one, pick it up. Highly recommend it, from Northwegian Lockpicker. So don't forget to check out Lockpick Sociologist, and let's see, using Sparrows picks. Don't forget to stay legal, and like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and contact me at northwegianlockpicker@gmail.com if you guys would like to get some lock trading going on, or challenge locks getting sent back and forth. We can share some addresses. I don't really want to put my address out on YouTube just for anybody, but definitely can share back and forth via email. And don't forget, if you don't respect the keyhole, don't stick your pick in it. Thank you all.